I am doing a live today by myself, and I think it's going to be very informative and it's going to be great awakening for you guys to know. Am I going live? It's checking for connection. Okay, I'm also going live on YouTube. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, Instagram is a slow, or the energy is a slow. Namaste, namaste. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I am just live now. I thought I was live a few seconds ago, but I wasn't, obviously. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hello to everyone. I'm also going live on YouTube. So if you guys would like to join me on YouTube, please do so. Today, I have many things to share with you. And the live today is about my prediction about 2023. So far, I believe my predictions have always been correct, although sometimes that depends. Your translation of my life, it depends on what level of consciousness you guys are in. Therefore, when the year 2022 started, my prediction was that year 2022 is going to be a fantastic year. And so many people told me later on, what kind of fantastic is this? Because in my reality, this is very chaotic, right? So, but if you come from a higher level of consciousness, you will see that number one, my reality is being created in the mind and the ego, in the psyche. Number two is that sometimes when I want my reality to be the perfection to my mind and ego, um, the way my mind and ego is looking at my reality, then I have to level up my game. And what do I mean by I have to level up my game? It means that although my reality might look or seem chaotic, but this is also divinely planned for me to move up to the next level. So let me tell you guys what's going to be happening in 2023. Basically, it's going to be the continuation of what's happening here right now. You see exactly in your reality what is going on right now, which is a lot of collective consciousness of anger, dissatisfaction, injustice, and this is collectively here. And we are going to carry this on to the year 2023. Okay. But what's going to help you guys right now is that know that 2023 energetically is going to be, oops, a tougher and a harder year than 2022. Okay? So hearing this coming from me is like, you're supposed to be the spiritual guru and don't give us bad news, because for some people spirituality, it's all about I am love, I am light, this is the mirror, but nobody is love. Neither one of us is coming from our heart, and these are just loads of pretty words that we're using. I am, my pure essence is love and light, but I don't even know where that it is. So I'm just going to keep saying it until that happen. And hello, that is not going to happen until you seriously decide to change and to come and to be that love. So anyhow, 2023 is going to be a big bang in a way that, as you know, and I always keep saying this, we are at a different level of consciousness. But the collective consciousness, the majority of consciousness at the moment is at a very low vibration. Okay, so let's say that love love compassion is 500. The frequency of love and light, it's 500, 600 and above. Okay, right now the collective consciousness is vibrating at a low level of 100 to 125. So hear me out, geniuses. If the vibration of love and light and pure consciousness is 500, 500 and above, and we are collectively vibrating at a consciousness of 100, between 100 and 125, look at the gap between where we're at and where somehow we want it to be. It's a huge gap, right? So, what's going on in year 2023 as we are continuing to bring the energy, the low vibration of 2022 into 2023? Now, there's going to be a bang that we are waking up and is all dusty, icy, cold, and the only way that you and I can survive is to move. Do you hear what I'm saying? So, what happens if you find yourself in a cold, cold planet, and you know that if you stand still, if you don't make a move, if you don't make any changes, the only things that's going to happen is that you're going to freeze to death, right? So 2023, it's in a way, there is no other choice but waking up and moving. So you geniuses, translate this. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I leave that judgment up to you guys of how you see it. Okay. So it's going to be a very, very hard, tough year to begin. Is going to be, there's going to be a lot of economical crisis. There's going to be a lot of shortages of food. There's going to be war. There's going to be a lot of things are going to happen the beginning of 2023. Okay. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Why am I saying it's a good thing? Because finally we have no choice but waking up. So, what is the collective consciousness? If we are vibrating right now between 100 to 125, that means that we have to cover up the gap between here to the vibration of love and higher consciousness, which is 500 above. And the way we as human are filling up this gap, it's by, right now we see that we are vibrating so low. What is the collective consciousness here. Again, the collective consciousness is revenge. When I'm reading into the whole energy, the energy that is the most dominant and profound is revenge. Now, who do you come to yourself and see who do you want to get revenge from? Do you want to get a revenge from an ex-boyfriend, from your husband, from your dad, from your government, from the politicians? Who do you want to get revenge? This is the collective consciousness. The revenge, then the next thing is injustice. And we are collectively angry. We are angry. And the where we're vibrating right now at this vibration of 100 to 125, the only way that we see that we can change our reality is by being angry, being unsatisfied, being unhappy. Okay? So listen to this. If we're vibrating so low as 100 or 125, by becoming dissatisfied, and in that dissatisfaction is when we say, no more. It is when you feel to the max that there is so much injustice here that you stand up and say, never again, no more. And that's going to raise our vibration from 100 to 125. And then we see that more people are collectively joining us into this revolution, if we can call it that, this movement of awakening. Our vibration is going to move up to 125 in January. Okay, January, February is going to move up to 135. By March, we're going to jump up to 140. By April, we're going to jump up to 150. By summertime, around June, the collective consciousness has moved up to 170. That's a big jump. So, listen to me, geniuses. Know that we're going to start 2023 with this icy cold, hard, I mean, if I can call something unpredictable, this is the year 2023. That is like boom, one news, two news, here, here, here. So, but know that divinely this is the plan. Know that we can overcome this. Okay? But now is really, 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 really crucial and important to understand. Why is it that all these years I keep telling you we need to wake up? We need to wake up. We need to raise our vibration. This is why, guys, because not only 2023 is going to be a tough year, 2024 also still is the continuation, because this is just a beginning of a movement, higher consciousness movement. This is just the start. So 2023, 2024 is going to be a lot of thing happening in the outer world, right? The collective consciousness of fear, scarcity is going to be high up there. So the only way we can help this conscious awakening movement, this revolution that we all joining, because the universe is telling us, guess what? You have no other choice to move. Otherwise, is right now 2023 is the feeling is like you don't have a choice. Either you're going to move or you're going to die. So, what are you going to choose, guys? Are you going to choose to finally overcome the fear, finally overcome your past and who you think you are, the false self? Because 2023 is the beginning of real higher consciousness. We have to fill in this gap where we are vibrating at 100 to 500 and above. And don't think right now, oh my God, you have a long way to go. No, don't think that. Right now is the time that you have to understand. I'm not telling you guys to scare you, because I am clarity empowering coach. My goal is to give you the prediction, tell you guys what's going on, what's on the other side. Now that you have the knowledge, knowledge is gold. Clarity is power. Okay, so now that you guys know what's on the other side, you only have about 2 weeks left to get yourself prepared. How do you prepare yourself for the dark, hard, cold winter that is awaiting you on the other side? How do you do that? Now is the time for you to really live the lessons, the two practices that I keep giving you. Ask yourself, who am I? The minute you ask yourself this question, know and realize the one who's answering back is the ego mind. And until you guys don't separate yourself from this I, from the false I, you always going to be living and reliving your past. You always going to be your past behaviors, your past programming, however you were programmed. This year 2023, this movement, it's all about deprogramming ourselves. 2023, it's about decoding. Now come to your awareness and look where and how have you been coded by the 1%. This is really the time for you guys to realize that when I say, every time I say I am, whatever comes after am is the ego mind. So until you guys don't reach the point that after you say I am, nothing else comes, that until then you going to be suffering. And as I have always told you, and a lot of people are disagreeing with me, and I don't care, because I'm not the one who's suffering. The one who are actually arguing with me are suffering. That suffering is a choice, and you have a choice at every moment to wake up and to feel fine, or choose not to wake up and suffer. So suffering is a choice, because it is only in the place of the empowerment. It is only when you separate yourself from the false I, from the mind and ego, that you realize that you are the superhuman. So right now in the year 2023, we only need the superhumans to show up. So wake up, guys, shake up, because you only got 2 weeks left before you release yourself from the false eye, from the old programming. You have 2 weeks to decode, deprogram yourself from the television, from social media, from your government, from your religion, from any cult that you have been involved with. You have 2 weeks to separate yourself from all of that. I told you guys from day one, every single time you put yourself somewhere, even if it sounds so beautiful, I'm a Sufi, you are in a box. Every time you say, I am with this, this is my religion, you are in a box. So look around yourself and see how many boxes have you unknowingly put yourself in there. You need to get out of each box. Just check out all the boxes. Then you will reach the point where I say, after I am, nothing else should come. I am not a girl, I'm not a woman, I'm not a guy, I'm not transgender, I'm not gay, I'm not this. Okay. Okay. Uh, why am I so awake for a few days? Go back because I have talked about this, honey. Please read my book, Awakening Not Allowed. In my book, I explain that the path to awakening is a spiral. What is a spiral? Sometimes you're up, you're awake, you're the whole knowing, and that's your experience. And sometimes it's a spiral. You come down, you forget everything. It just seems like you never learned anything. So this is the path. It's a spiral. You're not supposed to be constantly aware, but just the fact that you are aware, that sometimes you're aware and sometimes you're not, this by itself is awakening. Where can you get my book? On my website, honey. Send a message here, direct message. Awakening Not Allowed is the book that I have written. I haven't written it actually. It was a download from my higher self. So I cannot take any credit for it because I was into a state of trance and I was getting all this information. So I would highly recommend that you guys read that book. It's a very tiny, small book, but it's every paragraph, it's very, very profound. Anyhow, getting back to what else is coming up in the year 2023. So understand that you have to walk in 2023 as a superhuman. If you don't walk in as a superhuman, there's going to be a lot going on there. And I'm not going to repeat myself. If you guys are late, please watch this live from the beginning. I'm going to write it here. Awakening not allowed. And I'm going to pin it so you can have it. There you go. Okay. So 2023, let's look at it, how the planetary is sitting in. First of all, one of the major things that I want you guys to be aware of is Saturn. Saturn for me is very powerful because most of us are actually afraid of Saturn. Saturn as being the old professor. Saturn is the karma, is the karmic planet. Saturn is the one who is giving us the pass for every class that we take here, right? So I always look at where Saturn is, because Saturn is a huge indicator on how you're going to feel while Saturn is sitting in one of the houses. So Saturn is going to be moving into Pisces. Okay. What is Pisces about, guys? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. Pisceans are higher consciousness, but most thing that is very profound about Piscean is the depth. So Pisces is the logo of Pisces is two fishes moving to do different direction. So one side is moving into arrowing towards Aquarius, the other side is moving into Aries, right? So when Saturn is going to move in 2023 into Pisces, Saturn wants to know. Saturn's is instruction, right? So Saturn is, if you want to pass your exam, you got to set your foundation right. And if you guys remember going back and you listen to my prediction, 2023, I said I feel that Saturn is very strong this year. So you got to be very careful, because Saturn tells you if you build your house on a sand, it's not going to pass my check mark and it's going to be blown away. I told you guys that about 2022. So now that Saturn is moving into Pisces, Saturn wants to dive in really deep, deep, deep to see what is underneath the ocean, right? That's where, again, we coming back to this. When I told you guys I said 2023, it's a big bang of awakening higher consciousness movement. This is what I mean. Because once Saturn start moving into Pisces and is going to dig in really deep, a lot of stuff from a different life that has been hidden underneath the sea, the ocean, and we couldn't see till now, is going to become exposed. Woo! Do you see what I mean? So, this is another reason why 2023, a lot of governments are going to be thrown. A lot of us, the revolution in Iran, the revolution in China, there's a lot of stuff is going to come up, that a lot of hidden information are going to be exposed, that everyone now knows. It's no longer than, oh, really? Did they have a revolution in Iran? What was that revolution about? I saw a lot of women. Is this revolution about women freedom or taking their scarf off? Or what is this about? No. 2023 is everybody knows the truth. So Saturn is diving deep in to the sea or to the ocean, and is going to expose everything coming up. So we know exactly what are the governments about. What are the politicians about? Who are the 1%? And what are they doing? This is what's going to be amazing happening in 2023. Okay. So, also, Mars is going to be moving into, I believe, in Aries. So, right now, there is a lot of aggression, right? because you and I are not happy about whatever is going on in the world. So this dissatisfaction, this anger, this it is like everything that we didn't allow ourselves to feel till now, all of a sudden we are allowing ourselves to feel everything, right? For the first time. So the throat chakra is going to be very important because we are finally starting to find our voices. If I was shy, if I always said, I'm such an introvert, I can never tell anybody how I feel. When somebody abuse me mentally, emotionally, or physically, I cannot speak up. Guess what, guys? 2023 is about opening the throat chakra. Everyone will have a voice. Everyone is going to be heard. Okay? So, this aggression that we're feeling right now, Mars is the warrior, right? Uh, Aries is the first sign, is the beginning. So there's going to be a lot of start, new beginning for us. Because when 2023 happens and this thick veil that was here between consciousness and unconsciousness, this thick veil is suddenly going to drop. And you no longer are going to be wondering what's behind the veil, because now the universe on purpose throwing down this veil, and you and I can see exactly what's going on. We no longer going to be tricked. Also, this is going to carry a lot of energy of suspicion, right? We're going to be suspicious about who is our government, who are our governments. Are they telling us the truth? Who are the politicians? What are they about? What are they selling us? You're going to question, you're going to be suspicious about everything. And that's not a bad thing, because for so long, a lot of us have been in such a deep sleep and we just believed everything that they feed us, just like vaccinations and other stuff, right? But now that you're waking up, you're going to understand that, hmm, you know, I'm going to be really questioning the authorities. Who are these people? What are they selling to me? Do I want to buy it, or am I not going to be buying something that I don't know what it is? Okay, so there's going to be a lot of aggression. The aggression is not bad, although it might energetically it might seem bad, but this aggression that Mars is creating in few months into the 2023 is good, because it's going to move us from the victimhood. It's a good thing. So many of us who have been playing the victim, this movement, this 2023, although we're going to feel aggravated, but the aggravation is finally going to make us do something. We're going to say, no more. I'm not a victim any longer. Okay? So, what else is happening astrologically? Do you guys know about Satna? Tell me who knows about Satna. Satna, this is in Vedic astrology, and it's a very higher consciousness awakening, like the Shiva. And this planet is moving into Gemini. So Gemini is a lot talking about duality. So this sadhana is going to be in the north node. North node is where we are heading. Where are we going? What's the path? Right? That's the north node. So the sad node that's moving there, what is doing basically is waking us up to the duality. Remember when I told you guys before that in the third dimension, we are living in duality. There is one part is ego mind, the other part or the other side is heart and soul. That was the duality in third dimension. But on the fourth and fifth dimension, these two are becoming merging, they becoming one, right? So the mind and ego are being tamed by the heart and soul. So there is no longer duality. Where am I coming from? The mind and ego or heart and soul. On the fourth and fifth dimension, this duality will disappear. These two are merging together and becoming one energy. Okay, so when Satna is moving into Gemini, Gemini, as we know, as a sign of twin, two faces, is merging and becoming one. Then again, it's about higher consciousness, is about this movement to awakening, right? So that also will wipe up if we are, if we are prejudiced about different genders, gay thing or transgender or whatever, is no longer is going to be a question. Like we are coming to a higher consciousness that there is no difference between men or women. There's no difference between, everybody have a free will. You want to be gay? Good for you. You want to be lesbian? Good for you. There is no, all that, those things are going to be wiped away. What else is happening? Neptune, I believe, is moving into the sign of Aquarius, right? And Aquarius is humanitarians, right? So it's very, it's Neptune, is the planet of awakening. It's cold and icy, but Neptune is helping us to awaken to the truth. And it's a perfect sign for it to be in Aquarius. It's a fast moving. Aquarius is an air sign. Jupiter is moving into the sign of Taurus. Jupiter, as you guys know, I call Jupiter Santa Claus. Jupiter is a planet, huge planet of higher consciousness, religion, philosophy, movement, so Jupiter moving into the sign of Taurus. Taurus is the second house. Taurus is about what, guys? Second house is about money, finances, what I have. Taurian, Taurus is the sign of finances, banks, cryptocurrencies, anything that's related, land, real estate. Also, love, self-love, self-worth, worthiness, also art. And you guys know that I talked about this few years back, that Uranus, the planet of unpredictable, Uranus moved to the sign of Taurus, and it's going to be there for 7.5 years. It still has, I think I said that 3 or 4 years ago. I believe it has another 4 years in the sign of Taurus. So Jupiter and Uranus in the second house of Taurus, and Venus, which is the planet of Taurus, it's somewhere else, is not his own planet. But let's take a look and see If Jupiter, as I call our Santa Claus, is coming into the second house, also Uranus. Uranus is a sign of unprediction. You don't know what's going on, right? So Uranus always pulls the rug out of your feet, not to be mean or anything, but is doing it for your own good, because oftentimes you and I don't know what's good for us. For instance, if you're in a relationship with somebody who is a narcissist, or somebody who doesn't want to commit to you, doesn't, it just playing around with you, and you're just putting up with this BS, hoping that, I'm not saying anything to you, but maybe it happens that you are a codependent, right? So if you're dealing with a narcissist, but you can't end it, because what do codependent do? It's going to be okay. He or she is going to change. No, maybe it's my fault. Maybe I need to change, right? So when Uranus comes there, it's going to say, you're not going to do it? I'm going to pull the rug for you, and I'm just going to break out this relationship. I'm going to make this person to disappear. Once again, guys, not to be vicious, but is doing it for your own good, because you don't make the change. So the Uranus does it for you to help you with your revolution. Okay, so if Uranus is in second house and Jupiter is coming there, what does this mean? Second house is all about money, banking, right? Real estate. Uranus is sitting there, meaning what? Meaning Uranus is unprediction. You cannot predict what's going to happen. So the stock market, the cryptocurrency, the banking, everything is going to be crazy, crazy. One day the stock market is going to go up, the next day is going to go down. It's just going to be so volatile, because that's what the universe does. Now, what does Jupiter do? Wherever Jupiter goes, make that expand. Jupiter is about making bigger. So Jupiter is coming in the house of Taurus. Taurus is about money, about what you have, about love, about art, right? So Jupiter wants to expand all of this. Jupiter wants you to have more money. Jupiter wants you to have more of this. But there is a conflict here, and you see the conflict, right? That's why 2023, it's so crazy. Because if Jupiter wants to expand all of this, but is opposing Uranus, which is like up and down and up and down and unpredictable. So Uranus is adding, I'm sorry, Jupiter is adding, expanding, Uranus is taking away. Jupiter is adding and expanding, Uranus is taking away, right? So it's going to be a crazy roller coaster. But also, what is the key point, guys? I want you all, if you didn't take anything from this live, I want you to take this part. And this is Venus, second house, is about self love. Okay. So right now, Jupiter is asking you to expand your self love, right? It's going self love. Hear me out, guys. If some of you have said till now, why am I here? What is my lesson? What class am I in? I'm telling you, this year, 2023, everyone's lesson is going to be self love. You don't have self love, everything else is going to be nothing. And I mean nothing. Okay? So, coming back to my teaching, I told you guys from day one, I have 40 years experience in coaching. And I find out, this was profound when I got this download, that we have all come here with 4 apps. I call them apps. Number one, self-love. What number do you give yourself in self-love? That determine your reality, how you attract people, money, job, education, luck. There is no such a thing as luck. These are all BSs. Okay. So number one is self-love. With self-love opens up 3 other apps. Number two, worthiness. Number three, deserving, being deserving, or you feel you're undeserving. Number four, being enough. Okay. So if you are at top, number 10, self-love, let's see how your reality look like. You most probably are very happy with everything in your reality. You are in a good, perfect relationship. You're you did you're doing what you love to do, even if you are a painter and everyone else has been telling you, painting doesn't make any money. People don't value people who are an artist. You are probably one of the top 5 most famous painter on this planet. If you are number 10 on self-love. So self-love, you want to see, where are you? What number can you give yourself with self-love? Look at your reality. You're in a good relationship, getting along with everybody. You are in harmony with universe, with people, with animals, with earth, with everything. You feel satisfied where you exactly are. You're doing the job that you love to do. You are in a relationship that you want it to be. Do you see what I mean? So self-love doesn't come with, I eat healthy. Once a week or twice a week, I go and get a massage. I get my manicures and pedicure down. No, this is not self-love. This is pampering. Pampering and self-love are 2 different things. Okay, got it? Okay, great. I'm going to end this live, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please do like and share this live, because I think it's going to help everybody else just to know what's happening. Once again, my name is Sudi Burnett. I'm a clarity empowering coach. Clarity is power. My goal and my mission in this lifetime is to give you clarity, show you where you need to go, give you tools and steps to get there, and make your life a lot more easier. So if you guys want to get a private coaching session with me, you can do so. I usually work 1 session only. I'm not unlike other coaches. I don't ask you 10 times, 20 sessions with me. I give you everything that you need the first session. Okay? So don't forget, be generous by liking, sharing the live. And also, guys, please be more engaging. I want you guys to let me know, what did you take from each live? Is this topic something interesting for you? Do you want me to continue and collaborate on whatever live that you hear? And also tell me, what topics are you guys interested and you want to know about? Okay. So I want you to be extremely engaging. I can help you, but you need to want to be helped in order for me to be able to help you. So write down in the comment, what did you get from this live? Each live, what did you get from it? Did you find the topic interesting? And what would you like to know more? I'm here to help you. So tell me what it is, write in the comments so I can do more lives about the topics that you think is going to be helping you, whatever I can do to make your journey easier. And after I finish this live, I want you guys to start writing everywhere, I am enough. Every mirror that you have in your house, every window in your house, write down, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. Put it on your phone that every minute or so is going to remind you that you are enough. Because trust me, in 40 some years doing all these coaching sessions, I also find out that if people felt that they were enough, they would be totally in a different place in their life. Most of your procrastination, most of your lack of motivation is because deep, deep, deep inside, in your deep psyche, you don't feel you are enough. So write it down everywhere. And I see you guys next Thursday. Bye bye. See you all. Thanks for being here. Bye bye, everybody. See you guys later.